We are anonymous. We are an idea. The idea is that the people of this planet have value. Over the past 40 years, this is an idea that has been pushed aside. A few powerful, gifted, talented people have decided to use their skills as money changers for their own gain. They did not work for their wealth. They only played in the marketplace, pushing paper that had only symbolic value based on best wishes and false assumptions. They found leaders to reinforce their high status and step away from the community in which they lived. They have forgotten they are connected to the rest of the people. Even the best of them has become corrupt. We have a symbiotic relationship with one another. Yet, the few feel they can destroy others. They forgot how interconnected we are. They forgot that we do depend on one another for a life. Even worse, they forgot that they depend on the planet to survive. Now, even the globe groans in agony at the abuse of the few. The idea that thinking good thoughts to change the world has been proved to be a fraud, and the lies piled up. Those lies lead to other frauds. Subprime loans were just one such fraud. The borrower was told that he could service the loan if he just believed in himself. It did not matter if the wages to service the loans was not there. Reality was swept aside. Many used fraudulent market tools, commonly called derivatives, to mislead others and then rob them of their wealth. They control the wealth of the nations. They control the wealth that is the product of the people. They make people wage slaves. People are forced to undermine each other, doing more and more work for less and less pay. People are forced to hurt others for the sake of a few scraps that fall from the rich man's table. They force people to race to the bottom in a twister version of survival of the fittest. Then they gave us TV shows like Survivor, Hell's Kitchen, The Apprentice, to show the value of their way. It is a false reality of a game show. It is not life. In the United States alone, 400 families have voted off, fired, the remaining 2,999,600 people. The human beings that populate the nation. That is not real. That is an obscenity fueled by a laughable notion of elite privilege. It is a feudalism that rose to validate the cruelty of the few. Even as the rulers were planning to cut opportunity, they were cutting the social safety net. This can only be seen as an act of war against people. People have seen this before. The fraud has been recorded before. People opposed it then. People oppose it now. And we are anonymous. Many gifted, but maligned, impoverished, disenfranchised individuals have stood up. They have decided to resurrect the idea that we can control our own lives. There is a call to do something, to follow someone, to be shown the way. Not all people are technical. Some are basic internet users. But you already know the way. World religions differ greatly in their individual beliefs, practices, and traditions. But the one thing that they all share is the ethic of reciprocity, or the golden rule as it is commonly known. Make sure others are not alone. Share resources. Give yourself. Be creative. Think of what can be, and work to achieve it. In doing so, you will topple the oligarchy. In doing so, you will disturb the greed, selfishness, and arrogance of the few. It is all about what you do. They learned that in Tunisia, they learned that in Egypt, they learned that in Greece and Spain. That is the lesson that has to come to the United Kingdom and the United States of America. Good deeds, delivered at every opportunity, show the way of humanity, and open the flood of opposition to the ruling class, whatever the name you want to call them. We are non-violent. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.